Hello everybody, how are we doing today? I am joined by my friend Karana right there. What's up, Karana?
How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad.
I'm glad to be back.
Yay! I know my audience fucking loves you. And when
Oh,
can we expect a channel, Karana? When can
oh my
we?
goodness. The peer pressure has begun already. No, I
I'm
was
so
kidding.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Maybe one day.
Everybody, before I say hello, everybody put one in the chat if you think Karana should open their own channel. Tony's here. What's up? PA is here. Jake Legitar, what's up? How you doing? Master Davis here. Jason, Michael, Felek. Chip might be joining us. I don't know if you could resolve the issues. And who else is here? What's up? Yeah, a couple of ones right there. Karana. A couple of ones in the chat.
Everybody, the whole gang.
Yes.
The V gang.
True. So, Karana, as we know, obsessively collects anti-vegan cringe. What's up, Nick? Hello. What's up, Nick Liston? How you doing? So we're gonna react to some of that cringe today. Chip might join us, might not. I don't know if he can resolve the issues. But we can expect a bunch of stupid shit today, and we're gonna react to all of it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very interesting. I'll try to join again, sure. Okay. You don't have to, Chip. I know you like to. There you go. What's up, Chip? No, still can't hear you. You still can't hear us as well. That's a shame. Hey, Joe. Hello, Brett. Congrats on having 1,100 fake points, Brett. Karana, this means nothing to you. But there are fake points on the line.
I want points.
I know you want points, but you only can get fake points if you gamble on my live streams. That's how you get fake points.
On this one, I did not hide people's names, apparently. Oopsies.
All right, let's begin with this one. So somebody says, I'm guessing it's plant-based burger if you want. Don't justify animal cruelty with survival. The meat industry is actually destroying the planet. You need oxygen to survive more than you need to eat animal flesh. Fantastic fucking point, whoever's made that. And then Nate the Necromancer. I think you've... did you... Maybe I took the wrong link. Yeah. Is it okay?
The wrong version. It's okay.
Oh, sorry about that. So
too late now.
Huh?
Said it's too late now.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Then Nate the Necromancer says, the rest are, just to be clear, the rest are, what's up with the LTN, sorry. The rest are, hello Marisa as well. The rest are going to be scratched out so that we don't shame the actual carnists. But, you know. Yeah, but, and correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't almond meal take like 3 times more the amount of water to produce than a cow's milks? I don't know why they make that point, because the claim is, right, almond milk uses a lot of water. Nobody made the comparative analysis on that side. The comparative analysis is made by vegans, showing obviously that dairy milk is like crazy. And then somebody says nope, that's okay. I just
I just like how we're talking about ethics here. We're not talking about water usage. Like, this was on a video talking about how bad the dairy industry is, and like this person's response, but doesn't almond milk use more water? It's like, even if it did, I think it's better.
Yeah. Let me just see that I'm not actually using another screenshot that no, I'm not using another screenshot that is not blacked out. Okay. So without hunting, the environment would collapse. But okay. whatever you have to say, Karana, right there.
This one makes me laugh immediately. Like, what? Without hunting, who? And what? And why? And like, why? So the environment will collapse if we don't kill all the animals, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the point is so like generalized, but also like, so vegans sometimes make the point, well, sure, without hunting humans, the environment is collapsing indeed. Or is that a good justification to start eating humans out of existence? What's up, Axel? How you doing? It's just like a crazy, crazy claim, right there. And then at the cherry on top is the, but okay, as if, oh, you dumbass, you made some kind of a claim. I made a very smart claim right there.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, like 6 words just completely debunks all of veganism. Just done.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of ignores, like, first of all, it ignores ethics entirely, obviously, because you wouldn't do this to human beings. Why would we do that? Or dogs, right? If dogs were overpopulating Earth or like collapsing the environment, which they do. I'm working on something to show that that's true. But also, right, like, it also ignores the huge amount of nuance, if I can call it that, in hunting. Because a lot of hunting is this checks and balances issue. They kill the predators, and then the next year there's an overpopulation of herbivores, so they go kill the herbivores as well, right? It's just like
Exactly.
them going out, shooting a bunch of animals, creating a problem, and then that problem is fixed by shooting a bunch of animals.
By animals.
Yeah.
It's wild. They're like, oh, I'm gonna make this problem, and then the solution to the problem is to make more problems.
Yeah.
And yet people are like, we're the smartest species ever. I'm like, are you sure about that?
Yeah, not sure. Well, there is one carnist stupidity representation in my chat right now. They're saying you vegans are so sickly looking. Fuck off. Sickly looking how? Please be specific. What is sickly looking about me? Let me know. Let me know. I love when people say that about me. Truly, truly. Because I look the fucking same as I did when I was a meat eater. Only 11 years older.
Yep. How dare you age?
How dare I? But let's continue while the person is writing a dissertation on how I look sickly. Okay, so the next one is, let's only look at the totality of funded verifiable sources. Not funded verifiable sources. Well, first of all science is funded, but okay.
Yeah. You're supposed to just do science with zero money, okay?
Yeah. The amount of money that science costs is insane, frankly, because it's also being on the supplier side. It's being very exploited by the suppliers of certain, like the machinery and the other stuff, just like basically machinery, the plastics, the glassware, the cages for animals and shit like that. That's one of the reasons why, frankly, people don't move on into not exploiting animals for scientific mechanisms, because the initial cost would cost like a couple of millions. And then it would become exponentially cheaper as we go on, because animals are incredibly expensive to do experiments on. And the ethics, of course, sucks. Science is 100% unbiased. Well, it goes towards being unbiased. The scientific method tries to unbias the science as much as it possibly can. Whereas like any schmuck on the internet can just come in and just like say a bunch of shit. Like without like checking their bias. Sorry, I'm gonna mute the Discord. 1 sec. Mute tab. Okay. And can definitely not be biased towards the agenda of whoever pays the most money. It can. Like the seed oils lobby.
Yeah, that's their example. Big seed.
Wait, does seed oil, do seed oils have lobby?
Maybe, probably.
Yeah,
I don't know. Canola oil is really big here, so maybe there's a canola oil lobby
yeah.
potentially.
Let me Google it one sec. I just want to see. Is there a canola oil lobby? I mean, if there was ever a more justified lobby, canola literally saves lives when compared to other cooking methods.
Yeah, it would be a good thing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do an AI assist. Yes, there is a canola oil lobby, primarily represented by organizations like the National Oilseed Processors Association. Cool.
Amazing.
Which advocates for the interests of canola producers and addresses regulatory and policy issues affecting the industry. Cool. Yeah. Support your guys. Support your local canola oil lobbies, please.
Support Big Seed.
Yeah, big seed. Chip, are you with us now?
It works, yay!
Oh my
Fucking
gosh.
finally. Well,
Yeah, apparently questions are always messed up. I'm sorry. Go on.
that's okay. So let me finish this. Our body literally digests raw meat easier than it does industrialized milk. Why do you think that is? Well, first, please provide evidence for those claims.
Yeah. This premise is already very questionable. Like, pardon me.
Like, even if true, that wouldn't even, like, even if mechanistically true, I don't know what would be the health claim there, because we do know of foods that are specifically more healthy because they are poorly digested, like all the foods that have a huge amount of insoluble fiber. They are incredibly healthy because they are not well digested, right? So even the claim would be kind of weird. You wouldn't necessarily want to digest everything. Yeah, go on, Chip.
I'm just like, how stupid is this claim? Raw meat is digestible easier than industrialized milk? This is pretty stupid, isn't it? Like, is this person like also against dairy or something?
Looks like maybe probably
They're
raw
for
milk.
raw dairy.
Yeah.
They're a raw dairy carnivore, bro. Yeah.
Just like fucking
Oh,
vibes.
God.
The carnivore vibes are so like fucking fantastical always. All right, let's move on. Plant protein is dangerous. Many of you vegans may well end up in hospital. Many do. Go Google it.
Yeah,
I'm a
I
little bit
left this-
bothered by... Yeah, go on, sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say I left this like this because I was so confused. This sounds so ridiculous. I thought that this was a bot comment. Like, is the
It does
the
look
internet
like
being
it.
inundated by anti-vegan bots now?
I mean, who says go Google it? That's weird.
I mean, a lot of people say go Google it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They'll just, when I ask for evidence of their claim, they just go, oh, just like Google it. Like, no, but I want to know what you're looking at specifically.
Hello, Bianca. Hello, Twisted. What's up? Yeah. So plant protein is dangerous. I would love to see evidence for that claim, because if this person, Alana, would provide evidence for the claim, surely they should, because they should want to save the fellow human beings who are vegan, right? Like, if plant protein is actually dangerous, you would want to show us the best evidence for that claim. Oh, what's up, VG? Just so that we could not end up in a hospital, right? It's just like not providing evidence for the claim at this point just like kills people, surely, right?
Isn't it that this person, Alana, is essentially saying don't eat any plants because is at least a little bit of plant protein in every plant?
Exactly. Well, the thing is that toxicity is kind of based upon dose. Like how many plants? Like do they not even put pepper on their body parts? Like if you have any amount of plant protein, it's immediately death.
Clearly.
Yeah, exactly. You had a pepper particle, you are dead now.
Hey, what's up, Sabi Coops? I do want to know now how much protein there is in a pepper. desperately
Like black
want
I
to know.
also-
pepper, just like one tiny piece.
Yeah. Wait. I have to Google it. I'm so sorry, guys. I must. But I'm gonna include you in it.
The ADHD is kicking in. You're like, I need to know right now.
Whatever the
cannot
fuck
I
it is kicking. How much?
And then maybe we can find out how the hospital could solve that issue also. Like if you end up in the hospital because you ate plant protein, what, like after a while, because that's how they make it seem, right? Because you will end up, it's not like you will go to a hospital, you will end up in a hospital. So plant protein somehow deposits in your body. And
But
after a
over
while,
time-
doctors have to remove that plant protein somehow. So
Yeah.
You need 100 grams of red meat stat.
So a pinch of black pepper, which is 0.2 grams by weight, has 0.01, less than 0.01 grams of
Like
protein.
nothing.
There you
Like
go.
a breath. A
Listen,
wisp.
That's the poison dose. 0.01 grams of protein. So use
That's
half a pinch
insane.
of pepper.
You just breathe it. If there's some in the air, it's like those people who are deathly allergic to peanuts. If somebody has like breathed, had peanut butter in the room, that's how dangerous it is.
Bro, are there actually
out,
people
everyone.
like that? Are there
So
actually people like
dangerous. Yeah.
that? I'm not familiar. Oh, Jesus.
yeah, there are people like that, who are dangerous. That's why in they made that whole skit about peanuts on an airplane.
Shit. That's kind of insane that people, evolutionarily speaking, they just like wouldn't survive. I am making a joke, but I'm saying that about myself constantly as well. I would not survive, evolutionarily speaking. So,
I too would not survive without peanut butter, so I totally get it.
shit. You just made it dark as fuck. Okay. Next one. So somebody said because they are not enough, one cow about 1 million mice. I'm not sure what that claim is. Can you decipher this
It's
for us,
a-
Karana?
Like a
I think
weight,
it's
like the amount of meat or whatever that you would get off of them. It's the people who are like, I can live for 1 year off of one cow type of thing.
Yeah. And then somebody says, or you should shut the fuck up. And besides, you can't feed 9 billion people with vegetables.
This is the same person.
Oh, so this is sequential brain rot.
It is.
Okay.
Yes. I love that when that happens.
I feel like a lot of people make this mistake where they think that somehow animals synthesize the protein, like somehow animals make more protein than they intake, and then
Yeah.
because they make more protein than they intake, then it's obviously better for them somehow, or they can provide more protein or more calories. Like I think they just think, oh, plants don't have a lot of calories, their meat has a lot of calories, therefore, you get more somehow. I don't get the logic. It's silly.
Yeah. By the
Well,
way,
usually their logic is that we can't eat grass, so they're turning in something inedible into something we can eat. But it's like they ignore the ridiculous amount of human edible or potentially human edible grains and legumes that we're growing to feed all these animals, right? As
yeah.
well.
Also, I saw a video in Anti-Vegan Cringe. Now, obviously, like it's a special case, but there was like a farmer who was saying, well, my neighbor has this like incredibly non-nutritious forage that has like 0 nutrients or whatever, but we're gonna bring the cows there and we're gonna make those cows just like clear up the land anyways, right? And then to make it more nutritious, they first of all supplement with crop feed, right? And then they also spray molasses on the field, on the forage, to make it like both more palatable and more nutritious. So like so much food is wasted because the forage that is available is just like not nutritious enough, and people like point at like this one farm that literally claims that it doesn't supplement the cows in any kind of way to
But
say,
it's grass fed.
yeah, they're just like grass fed, when like all of these things need to happen in order, even for that farm, all of these things need to happen in order to feed them grass. Especially, they need to reseed the grass periodically. So
What does that mean?
they have to put more
Like
seeds.
plant.
Yeah, they have to plant more grass.
Reseed.
periodically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they have to do that with all of the silage, the hay, and the alfalfa feeds, or alfalfa stuff every year. They have to reseed all of that because that's most of the grass of what they're being fed.
Yeah.
Like even regular grass fields, especially here in like really harsh temperate climates, there's very little amount of time that they can, feed off of the field just alone.
Yeah, they're gonna. So yeah, that's a good point, Karana. So what grass means is like so many things, right? It could be a straight up like a monocrop alfalfa, and
Yes.
then it could be like 2 or 3 strands in the same grass that you need to reseed every like year or so, or a couple of years or whatever, in order for this entire endeavor to even work. And seeds don't come out of thin air. It's just like wasted resources anyways. And the last point here is, besides you can't feed 9 billion people with vegetables, the fuck we can't. If we stopped breeding
exactly.
animals, we could feed
Just
so
say,
many more.
watch me.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe
isn't
this
80
person. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say 80% of our calories are already plant-based worldwide. Like, why couldn't we just do the rest as well?
Yeah.
Maybe this person is thinking like that some people won't like it. Maybe that's what they're trying to say, right? Like some people just won't like eating vegetables, so you can't feed 9 billion of them just
I don't
what they
want
don't
to
like.
eat broccoli. You vegans can't make me eat it.
I think this person is just examining real ass openness and just how much their ass can contain in order for them to pull a bunch of stuff out of there. So I know I made it incredibly elaborate. I'm basically
That
saying they're
made
pulling
me
shit out
laugh
of their
so
ass.
hard.
Yeah. Okay.
That was so good.
I love my ass jokes. All right. If we weren't the superior being on this planet, they'll do it to us. Get over yourself. It's one of those comments.
Wild.
No idea what they're even claiming.
That
So-
cows would essentially farm us if we weren't.
Yes. So if we didn't factory farm them first, cows would rise up and do that to human beings. When it's like, but other animals have existed with Homo sapiens, or like even just the Homo genus, for millions of years. Like, when was that supposed to happen?
Yeah. I didn't mean it.
It's
For
just
me,
so weird.
this is just like a stream of consciousness that makes no sense to me. I have nothing to say.
The cows would eat you if you didn't eat them first. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
Cool,
trust
bro.
me, bro.
Yeah, trust me, bro. Exactly.
Yeah, it's the same way that they justified slavery and all that, right? The black people would have enslaved the white people if it were the other way around. So it's only fair
Yeah,
that you.
it's basically a preemptive strike.
Crazy. All right. So somebody said, so what's your point? You'd rather people starve? I hate it when people create this false dichotomy. Did you know we needed fast food? Didn't know you needed fast food or meat to survive, somebody else says, hoping that that's vegan. Get rid of the meat and people starve. Just imagine the first fights, the fist fights in the veggie section of the supermarkets. What? What is even the claim?
I mean, obviously that people would start fighting each other for the veggies if
there was
meat
no meat.
isn't. Yeah. That's it's just only logical that people start fighting when they only eat veggies because vegans are so violent and fight everyone.
So wait, this is again the claim basically rewarded that I think that you can't feed people on veggies alone. There is not enough veggies in the world to feed people. I
Yeah,
think.
which is just not remotely true anyway, because you could feed more people if we just ate what we feed to the animals.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily, right? Like, so, sorry, let me add some nuance there. So if you push a button right now and all the farmed animals disappear, it might actually create a crisis because a lot of the animal feed, some of it is edible for people. A lot of it is a different strain. It's going to be edible but disgusting, right? So, for instance,
Sure,
the
I
type,
know.
yeah, the type of corn that is grown, especially in the United States, for the feed, it's not really
It's not
edible.
great.
Yeah, for
I
humans.
know.
By
I
the way,
did
you could
look at
still
that study.
derive protein from that and create a protein isolate, or like manipulate that food somehow to create a very powerful protein food, right? But the
Or grow
point,
something else.
yeah,
That's more of the point, is that we can just, it's much easier to feed 8 billion people than it is to feed 8 billion people and 80 to 90 billion other animals. The numbers just don't make sense. These people don't get it.
yeah. And the bigger point is, right, we sometimes simplify it, but the bigger point is we have enough arable land to grow just like the crops that we need to feed. Probably, like, if you count all the arable land that is occupied by pastures and all the arable land that we grow crops for food, probably could feed like 20 billion people, frankly, right? Because some of the arable land, there are pastures on it, literally. Like, if you needed
Yes.
to, you could grow so many more crops. Yeah.
Yeah, so VPM, I think we're giving way too much credit to this person. I think just this person probably has a supermarket in their area somewhere where there's a small veggie section. And sure, there are other vegan products in that supermarket, but they think being vegan just means that small veggie section. And that's
Yeah.
why they say that people will just be fighting in the veggie section. Like they can't even understand this idea that even in there, the veggie section, like even if that were the case, probably the veggie section could be bigger, or that, you know, there's products that are the same, it's just made of plants. Like, it's just plain stupid.
The amount of people that I've come across that don't understand that just bread is vegan. There was one person who said we should ban vegan products. And I was like, you want to ban bread? And then they realized how absolutely ridiculous they were. Like, half of the grocery store is generally already plant-based. People just don't read. They don't get it. They don't understand.
Yeah.
They think that vegans eat carrots and lettuce, and that's it.
Yeah, and another of the half that isn't plant-based already, you can make them plant-based. Like, about 30% of it, you can just like make them plant-based by replacing one or two ingredients, basically, right?
By taking out the 0.05% of milk powder that they put in there.
Yeah. And frankly, in the example of, we push the button, right, and there are no farmed animals, I wouldn't have a problem with continue eating whatever milk powder we have until we stabilize with the food consumption, because no more animals are going to be exploited, right? So just continue. Yeah, it's fine. Just continue putting the milk powder into medicine and whatever until we run out, and then just put the lactobacillus excretion, the vegan whey protein that already exists in the world. Just start putting that. Okay. Well, our Cowardly Hunter is back. Cowardly Hunter, you're going to again make the claim that you just can't join the link that everybody else was able to join. You fucking coward. I think, Chip, you know this person as well, right?
I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of cowardly hunters. Like, almost all of them are cowardly, and this person doesn't strike me as any different than any other hunter out there. That's not to say that maybe you are different than all the others, but, you know, you say the same shit that everyone else does.
Yeah. It's worse. This one is an extreme stream of consciousness, very unrelated to the claims. It's one of those things. The sky is blue, therefore the grass is green. It's like absolutely.
What?
Oh, the grass is red.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like stream of consciousness. He's not joining to debate us, but then he goes away and makes his like really long-winded videos that make zero related points. Jason said it perfectly.
Yeah, he only has courage when he has a weapon and the other individual doesn't have a weapon, and only when he has some form of superiority and he can kill that individual without them even realizing it. That's the only time when he has courage, when essentially he has ultimate power over them. Otherwise, the minute that he would have to defend his position or realize that he might lose, he doesn't have the courage to in fact do anything.
Yeah, hunters are cowards. That's like a known fact. The manhood is LARPed. Okay, let's continue. Let's not give this person any more air than they deserve. So veganism is an extremely privileged diet being had by the poorest regions in the world. And is only accessible because we have a global food system. Yes, I don't know why people make that claim. Like, what's wrong with the global food system? What's wrong with it? It exists. It's global. So like all countries can access this global food system.
Yeah, transporting goods bad.
Yeah.
The problem is that the Earth is flat, and if the food system is in the shape of a globe, then it's difficult to transmit
It just
to
can't
everyone.
work.
Yeah, it just
the
can't work.
logistics aren't there.
Yeah. So, okay. Local food systems and sources are the best option for both highly nutritive diets and sustainability. Sources, please. Like, bro, what's the evidence for any of that? Local food systems sources are the best option for both highly nutritive diets and sustainability. What the fuck is high nutrition have to do with the locality of a food?
Exactly.
No idea.
Every single food is local somewhere, so somehow the nutrition changes if you move it. You know?
Yeah.
If I move closer to where the carrots are being grown, they become more nutritious automatically because the carrots really like me or something.
And
you should make a house next to them. Yeah.
I have no idea what people mean by the word sustainability. It just seems to mean either nothing or ubiquitousness, right? A food is ubiquitous where I am. Therefore, it's sustainable. I have no idea. Otherwise, what they mean by that. Do they mean like it continues to work somehow with a huge amount of tax money or something like that? Because they definitely don't mean more ecological, right? Like less contributing to climate change or something like that. Surely, because that would be a lie.
So I have found that when I have challenged a couple people on this particular viewpoint, and a lot of the time it ends up being that they are like preppers, in that they think that we have to have a system in place that will withstand like an apocalypse. No, seriously. So like they're like, we need to make sure we have a robust local food system that can like save us if all of these horrible things happen, and that there's no global food system at all anymore. Basically.
It's kind of insane because preppers, right? Like I watch some weird shit online, and that weird shit online sometimes reacts to other shit online. And there's this person that I've been watching who sometimes reacts to preppers, and it's insane how they can make the claim that it's sustainable, because preppers who eat meat, right? They have like 3-4 freezers to keep their prepped meat.
Yes. Whereas I can just have a giant vat full of TVP that I can just open a handle and have it just like...
Or like five like 1 kilogram bags of lentils. Just...
Yeah, exactly.
You can subsist on that for a really long while. It's kind of
Aren't soy chunks like extremely durable because they're so dry? Like, couldn't you theoretically I think I have soy chunks that are 2 years old and they're still not expired.
How did you not eat them yet? Is my question.
Because
But
I have this system where I put 2 bags. One I put them in the storage food thingy, and one I put them where I use them. And the one that I finished, I forgot to replenish to move it around, so it's still there.
Oh, gotcha. Soy chunks are like the best. It's just like transforming to become like this such a highly useful food for me. Almost every single time I go to buy tofu, every 2 weeks or so, I buy 2 6-packs of 200-gram blocks of tofu. So that's like 2.4 kilograms of tofu for cheap as fuck. It's like the price of one steak in a supermarket, for real. And that's 2.4 kilograms of food right there. Highly high protein food. And I buy like a bag of different types of soy chunks or like TVP basically. And it's just like I now have like 3 or 4 bags of TVP, and I've been using like them like more, and absolutely accidentally, even on a day that I'm not lifting, I get like 95 to 105 grams of protein, and I only weigh 54 kilos. Absolutely fucking accidentally, just by eating tofu every day and TVP every day. And people are crying about protein the most.
it's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
It's fine. You're going to be fine.
Okay, let's continue reading this. Vegan diets cannot be sustained without a global food economy. And it is obvious that flying and shipping food 1,000 of miles is not sustainable. How is it like less sustainable than producing it locally and then storing it and then shipping it a couple of miles? How is that less
Also,
sustainable?
like, how is this person not understand that a global food system does not actually fly food? It uses a
it
lot
does.
of boats.
Some food does fly, like frozen food might fly, like frozen
Animal
berries.
products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So highly things like that like disintegrate really fast. So like fresh berries, they're probably flown in and out.
No, they're usually trucked still, or boats.
And yeah, and they're usually made like in what do you call those things? Those closed containers where they, right? Like every country kind of makes them on their own. It's
I guess in my case, maybe it's like a specific regional issue. In any ways, just like frozen berries taste better anyways. And then those can be shipped.
So I think
yeah.
what people really forget, or they don't understand that the transportation aspect is actually a very small amount of account for like the CO2 and the other like environmental effects. People think that the transportation somehow is the absolute biggest effect of the like environmental aspect and CO2 contribution, and it's not. Like when we look at our world in data, it's a very small portion.
Yeah. And then they continue, we have to stop the utter nonsense that being vegan is the healthiest and most earth-friendly diet. All of a sudden health comes in. Nutritionist, we have a nutritionist on our hands. It is not. What's the evidence for that? Food,
I disagree.
Same.
I think any form of vegan product with it will be healthier than its counterpart. So vegan nuggets will be better than actual nuggets and so on.
Yeah, because it's actually formulated with the health people have in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that may or may not be true depending upon the particular item. But yeah, it doesn't matter. As a whole, it's going to be better.
I mean, I think people who produce vegan chicken nuggets, vegan fillets, vegan whatever the fuck, I think they are upheld to a higher standard, and I think cheap is right. I think it they're necessarily gonna be better. Calorie matched, obviously, and after a certain threshold, but definitely the way people interact with food. So nobody eats less than 50 grams of red meat per day. Nobody eats just half a burger per day people eat the entire burger, and therefore like comparing one red meat burger with one plant-based red meat-like burger, the red meat-like burger is gonna be better for health. I agree with Chip. Frankly, I think we can extrapolate that. But maybe we're wrong. We're just like making an inference here.
Yeah.
Okay. Food grown and raised in the environment you live in during the right season, from humans that care, that are cared and are cared for, will always
That's
be the
such a
most healthy
weird
option,
caveat.
bro.
So
Like
somebody
the
who has
human has
like,
to care. You have to care about growing that corn, or that corn people can't eat it.
but you have to be cared for, Karana. So if you have like some
Oh,
parents who
also.
are assholes to you, or like you have some form of anxiety, the plants that you grow will not grow properly or something, you know?
Okay. Yeah, everything that comes out of my garden is made of nothing. It's made of air, and it does not give me nutrition. It's true.
So I'm gonna agree with this person on one point. I think it would be better to grow food in the right season, in the right environment. And I'm of course talking about plant food here. Because we can find quite a few examples, especially in the US, but I think in all countries, where the environment where things are grown is just like not suitable for it. And in that case, right, you're just like spending a huge amount of like nutrition for the soil and huge amount of water if the crop is just like not suited for that place. And in that case, shipping in that food would just be exponentially better. So, but that's true like of animal farming as well, because like for instance, Texas, they both grow like a huge amount of crops while like just like drying up all the water in the region and a huge amount of cattle, quote unquote. So yeah, I do think that only 3 or 4 regions in the world should grow avocados and almonds and shit like that. I do think California should stop growing almonds. Yeah, like whatever.
No, it's true though. I mean, look at what happens, in those other regions. Like you said, Texas, it's a great example. It's like the desert regions where they keep just putting animals there or putting plants there, and then they use all of the aquifer water to just keep them alive. It's like, well, stop growing this crop in the desert.
Or just genetically modify the plants to grow in the place that you want to grow them in.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, GMOs for the win, man. GMOs for the
Hell
win.
yeah.
Why are we still growing the regular white rice when it's so like water intensive, labor intensive? Let's modify that thing to grow in the desert or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you. Stuff should change, and people are just like, I don't know. Here's a radical idea. I think maybe food production should be like under more regulation rather than less. Even though farmland sometimes is owned by farmers, I don't think they should be able to do whatever the fuck they want there. Especially when they get such a huge amount of subsidies, especially for water and stuff like that. And then they just like waste the water on a wrong crop for that area. Because there are crops that you can grow in harsh environments, right? And they're going to be just like cool. There's not going to be in a desert area. You can grow a couple of fruit. You can grow the cacti fruit that people do love, the dragon, whatever it's called, the dragon fruit. I think
Dragon fruit.
Yeah. And like in the really cold climate, potatoes and beetroots, those grow really well. So I think, as long as we're using the fucking soil to grow food and not move our entire food production into a laboratory, which I would prefer, frankly, just move the entire food production inside. That would be the best. But until we do that, we do need to like have considerations for those things, in my opinion. It is a waste of resources.
Yeah, and the whole global idea, like this actually goes against it, right? Because we should be growing the foods that grow in colder climates, in the colder climates, and we should use something like trains and boats to move them around, which has a very small environmental footprint anyway, if you really want those fruits.
Yeah.
I'm always really curious how these people actually eat, though, too, because I'm like, okay, so what is your radius that you allow to consume food around you, right? Like, is it 50 kilometers? Is it 100 kilometers? And are they actually eating and living that way? Like, are they at the grocery store looking at absolutely every ingredient and everything and where it's coming from? I feel like that's almost more difficult than being vegan, honestly. I can read an ingredients list super fast. Trying to source where every single ingredient is coming from, that's just so much to do.
Yeah, plus like the cows, the Dutch, I don't know if that happens in everywhere, but the Dutch farmers who raise dairy cows, I think I've said this in a couple of times, they're fucking assholes, sorry for the language, but what they do is they raise a lot more cows than they want or need, and then they send them on a boat to Africa to be slaughtered. So, because I think they have a quota or something here. I don't know exactly what the laws are. So, you see, they're being transported too, just they're
You're
being
right.
transported alive. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That is very true as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people are just like living in fantasy. And if this person is like a homesteader prepper type, which is unlikely, it's very small, tiny percent of those people actually grow and raise their own food entirely. They usually do buy quite a lot, especially like they buy feed for the animals. I bet they don't know where that feed was grown. I have no idea. And so yeah, it's like that is actually virtue signaling when they talk like that. That is actually virtue signaling, in my opinion. Okay, let's continue. I humanely hunt. What the fuck does that mean? The fuck
It's an
does that-
oxymoron.
I humanely hunt and fish, the distinction without a difference, for my meat. It's not yours, it's stolen. Yes, I can
I
say
think
this.
I know what he means, by the way.
What do you...
I think he just like he finds an animal in the forest, he befriends the animal, then asks them to marry the animal. They spend a long time together, and eventually he just becomes so needy that an animal is like, I'm just gonna blow my fucking brains, I can no longer be around you. Then the animal kills themselves, and then he's like, see, it's humanely because I gave them love.
How would that be humane anyway?
Because he gave them love. Shut up, Karana, it works somehow.
I gaslit the deer into dying? Like, what?
Anyways,
Goodness. That was quite the story, Chip. Thank you.
yeah, good story, bro. Yes, I can say this, as hunting is the most ethical consumption of meat. Sus. Also, we need the food that agriculture produces. Okay. We do not need the plagiarism machine that is AI. Oh, I understand what they're saying. They're saying this is against AI, though. Okay. To put the responsibility of reckless corporations' actions in the hands of the average person to go vegan is insane to me. How about we hold the factory farms accountable for more sustainable and ethical practices and AI?
Oh, this person enrages me. I hate these people. These are virtue signal bastards. They always are like, oh, they enrage me so much. Like, you just know that this person has no actual solution. Like, what do you want? Would you rather be forced to not buy these products? Or would you rather be able to choose? Like, what do you want? Do you want to rather be forced to not buy these products? Or would you rather be able to choose? Like, what do you want? Do you want to rather be forced to not buy these products? Or would you rather be able to choose? Like, what do you want? Do you want to rather be forced to not buy these products? Or would you rather be able to choose? Like, what do you want? Do you want to rather be forced to not buy these products? Or would you rather be able to choose? Like, what do you want? Do you want to rather be forced to not buy these products? Or would you rather be able to choose? Like, what do you want? Do you want to rather be forced to not buy these products? Or would you rather be able to choose? Like, what do you want? Do you want to rather be forced to not buy these products? Or would you rather be able to choose? Like, what do you want? Do you want to rather be forced to not buy these products? Or would you rather be able to choose? Like, what do you want Like, what's the point? Like, if you have a problem with factory farms, just don't buy the products that come from factory farms. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, but they do still anyway. Like every person that every like non-vegan that I talk to is always like, I'm against factory farming, and like, but everybody is still doing it and supporting it. And so I even just tell them like, this is just weird. You keep saying I'm against this thing, but I pay people to do this thing every single day. It's like, make it make sense.
Yeah. Including hunters, by the way. Hunters still, like, hunting is hard and expensive and takes time and takes patience.
Yeah.
So including hunters. Hunters eat factory farmed food because they don't hunt for eggs, do they? They don't hunt for milk either. Except Alphacaros. Alphacaros loves factory farming because he prefers the most abuse in his tummy. All right.
Right.
wait.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is this statement, because we get this statement a lot in activism, and I feel like, how do we tackle this? Is it a straw man saying that hunting is the most ethical consumption of meat? Because let's imagine that it is the most ethical consumption of meat. Our whole point is that you shouldn't be, well, not that you shouldn't be consuming meat, but not the flesh of somebody else, right? To some extent.
Yeah. Well, it's trying
Like
to find
hunting-
the right way to do a wrong thing. That's like saying,
Exactly.
it's like, oh, I need to find the best way to kill this person. Like, yeah, sure. There's better ways or nicer ways, in a sense, of killing somebody. Like, I could fill somebody's house with carbon monoxide and they could die in their sleep. Like that. I guess you could say that's a more humane way of killing someone than like shooting someone in the head. But you shouldn't do either of those things. That's it. You don't have to do it.
Yeah. Also, like, even, right? I'm trying to be charitable. Even assuming that there is such a thing as humanely killing an animal that wants to continue living and would not consent to being shot in the lungs, bad shots exist, and I don't know what the percentage of them. But I did react to a few hunter videos that weren't successful because hunting is bastardly action, so when like they shoot an animal, right, and the animal runs away bleeding, that is not a humane way to kill somebody, even if such a thing existed, right? Even by their definition of humane killing.
Yeah, but you're right. It's just like, for me, like, my concern is that there are a lot of these people, and we get this a lot in activism, where these people are essentially thinking that their choice is between either somehow humanely hunting an animal, how they call it, because that's their whole thing, or somehow supporting a factory farm. They
right.
create this, and I'm like, you just need to take a step back, because what we're saying is both of them are fucked, and just choose something else. So I'm like, how can we take these people out of their realm, essentially, because they're in a realm.
It's
Yeah.
a false dichotomy. And so, yeah, we just have to point that out, being like, you're saying that these are the only two options that exist when vegans are literally living the third option of neither.
Yeah, they're just
and
saying it's like unreasonable to for people to go vegan because the corporations, the factory farms, are wrong, right? So they are strawmanning the vegan position in the first place.
No, yeah, it's a whole thing. It is a false dichotomy as well as a strawman. Yeah, there's a lot of strawmans in there.
Yeah, I don't know if it helps to point this out to people, though, that they are acting on fallacious reasoning, that they are strawmanning the vegan position. I don't know if that helps. Like, Alphacaros, it didn't help him.
Yeah, we'll just get what was it that James said? You and your material science and your fallacies.
Yeah. But, okay, let's continue. I do love beating up Alphacaros because I have all the power, dumbass. Sorry. So my dog has a choice to kill rabbits. Yeah. By the way, this point already like infuriates me. If you socialize your animals with a variety of animals, they will not just willy-nilly kill animals. Only if you are an asshole, quote unquote, owner of dogs whom you didn't socialize with other animals, whom you like basically isolated or made them aggressive, right? That's when they will try killing rabbits or whatever, right? Like hunting dogs can be socialized into never hurting an animal. Cats can be socialized into never hurting an animal. So I don't know what they even mean by that shit, right? We're talking about a home animal, right? Like what do you call domesticated animal. We're not talking about a wild, starving animal in the woods. So I don't know. The point is annoying, anyways. My dog has a choice to tear the neck out of a deer. I don't have a choice. What the fuck does he mean by that? I've always been on a meat-based diet and drunken a lot of milk. Evolutionarily, meat animals are the most successful in the world. It's just like, this is like a bingo right there. Should I stop after each claim or something?
I don't have a choice. So he's saying that he doesn't have a choice and his dog doesn't have a choice. So they both have to go out into the woods to kill deer.
Yeah. So evolutionarily, meat animals are the most successful in the world. They just mean that like there are, it's not an evolutionary claim because those animals are as outside of evolution as we are at this point. They are selectively bred. So
Well, yeah. Is that what they mean by meat animals then? Like, do they mean No, I think they're meaning
I think they mean-
animals that consume meat, but they're saying
Yeah, the
like meat
carnivores.
animals as if they're domesticated animals that we consume.
is that why carnivores are only 25% of the wildlife that is also tiny at this point?
Yeah, but I think this person is like, I'm just trying to psychoanalyze this person, but I think essentially what this person is a person who maybe has had some form of trauma or something, and they need to feel secure, and they think that being the biggest, strongest in like a predator is, they're like, being the predator means you're successful because nobody can hurt you or something. I don't know. That's kind of how I interpret his whole statement.
Well, I don't know. Anybody anything of that. It's just like a claim that like please disambiguate this claim and please provide evidence for it when you're done. They are not held to the same standards of humans. Where is this going?
This whole comment is on plant-based dog food.
Oh, okay.
Basically, we're feeding dogs plant-based.
Okay.
And this is their apparent debunk of this concept.
I love triggering people about dog and cat plant food on threads. If you want to see that triggering, it's hilarious. Join threads, follow me on threads. If lions don't have the same morals as us, then why should we hold animals to the same morals?
What? They just repeated the same thing.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah. Your
Wait.
rambling is not making sense.
Exactly.
Also, like, are we holding animals to the same morals? No, we're holding us to different morals. Like,
Yeah.
holding animals to the same morals would imply that we have a problem with something that animals do.
Well, this is about plant-based dogs. But yeah, you hold the dogs to different standards as well, obviously. I don't know. All omnivores eat both plants and animals? No, that's not true.
That's not true. Yeah. That's just false.
This is like a false claim. Farming has made it easier and more sustainable because, again, this word sustainable, what the fuck do they mean by it?
You need to do a whole video on like what the word sustainable means.
I don't do those anymore. It's just like too much work for 100 views. Sorry, it's just like a matter of fact. When I put it on YouTube, like nobody watches it except for people who already follow me. And then, cool, I entertain my lovely audience, but that's not why I usually make those videos, do I? But I'm considering doing like more targeted reactions on Instagram where I actually am, thanks to Vegan Gaze and her system, I actually am successful in approaching non-vegans. So
I tend to think that these people who keep saying sustainable,
yeah.
they don't really know what sustainable or what it means or anything. They just use it as a, okay, this doesn't feel good. I'll insert the word sustainable and that'll make it feel good.
Hello, David. People can't see you, but the 40-year-old vegan has joined us. What's up?
Hello there.
How you doing?
Hello there. Good. How are you?
Oh, okay. You know we're live, right? Just FYI.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Let's continue. Farming has made it easier, more sustainable, because instead of killing every single wild animal, and then it just goes on just like this endless waffling. I suppose that's why you screenshot and like just like to show, oh, it's been endless. So I'm just gonna cut it off right here.
Continuing on into nothingness.
Oh man. Okay, let's continue.
Like how?
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
How
Oh,
is
is
the-
that next? Oh.
No, I don't think so. Hold on. Let's see. No, this is a different comment.
Gotcha. So you
On
wanted
a
to say
different thing.
something more about this one?
No, we did. We said a lot about it. There was a lot to say.
Cool. Let's continue. But yeah, I won't owe you any other engagement than I feel like. P.S. I literally teach a class at a medical school called The Health Impact of the Climate Crisis with causes and solutions. I know neither that nor anyone other credential will change your approach.
No, I know
this
that.
is-
I know neither that nor anyone with other credentials will change your approach. I guess that's what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
It's bad grammar. It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, and obviously they're teaching a class in a school. I say that not for you, but for anyone else who might come by, who can learn and grow. When people say that, I'm just like chuckling. And with that, please stop doing more harm than good. Thank you for your sacrifice. Please accept the reality that a majority of people will not become vegan and move forward from there. Please stop scaring away the normals.
Is this a
So-
pick me vegan?
No, it's not. And this is a comment on. So a vegan posted on a climate post talking about the effects of animal agriculture on the climate. And this person went into quite the tirade with them against what they were saying. They disagree on like a lot of the science when it comes to like the environmental effects of animal agriculture. And what's interesting is that they apparently teach a class at a medical school about this particular thing. And they're telling this other person to stop spreading like lies or propaganda or misleading the majority of people, which is ironic.
And then make the point, oh, not everybody's gonna go vegan, so stop talking to us about it, like as if that's any
stop
kind of a
talking about
point.
it, guys.
And they also think they're special. Please stop scaring away the normals. You
Yeah.
know, you and I get it, but they don't. You know, we get it, but you know they don't. It's between us. You know, we're the smart ones, but you know they're not that smart. Come on, they don't get it. I dislike people like that.
Oh, I thought they included themselves in the normals. I thought they were like, you are abnormal. I am normal. I will never go vegan because I'm normal and you are abnormal. That's how I understood this to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I understood it the other way around. I understood that they're like, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
we're
They're
the special
basically-
ones.
They're basically tone policing this other vegan and how to advocate for veganism.
Yeah.
Also, what's the sacrifice? What sacrifice are you making by being vegan?
Not eating corpses is apparently a sacrifice. Yep.
Ugh.
They teach like some kind of the health impact of the climate crisis, and yet they are just like saying thank you for your sacrifice for the environment. But most
I'm
of
going to
us,
continue doing nothing.
yeah, but most of us normies, we're not going to do anything about it. I'm just going to continue teaching how it's like a detriment to our health, and we're not going to do anything about it. So like, shut the fuck up. That's what I'm understanding from this. What do you think, David?
I don't even think they talk about animal agriculture in this class at all, because that's what ends up happening in so many climate things and climate talks. It's like they just ignore the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
I'm with all of you, and I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I know you. I see you in the chat writing a bunch of stuff. That's okay. Totally fine. Don't worry. If you want to say something, interject. If not, I'm just gonna let you hang. That's cool. Thank you for joining us. Actually, yes, they are. There is absolutely no morality outside of culture and tradition. Your delusional vegan morality is no morality at all.
Wait, so is my morality a morality, or what is my morality if it's not a morality? And how can you call my morality not a morality?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Delusional, indeed.
Culture, though.
Yeah. At least if they put, so grammatical thing, right? If they put quotes around the first time they said the vegan morality, if they put quotes around that part, right? Or if they called it your vegan delusion is no morality at all, then okay, then we are at a claim and now you can provide evidence, right? But as it goes, as it stands, it's contradictory on its face. And then they're saying there is absolutely no morality outside of culture and tradition, right? So surely they would accept FGM. So surely they would accept dog eating in China, right? All of those examples where there is cultural aberration in normality that is different from where most people live, right?
But how are traditions moral, related to morality? Like I can understand why they would think, let's say, culture in some way, but traditions, how are they related to morality? How like is it immoral if I don't follow a tradition or something?
No. I think they mean that tradition becomes the moral stance. And listen, on vibes, I agree that most people act like that. They act, their perceived morality is according to culture and traditions of local, right? They grow up, they get their moral stance from their environment, and, some people are incredibly resistant to giving that up or thinking about what's happening, and they just continue going on vibes based on what they achieved. Again, I agree there that that's how most people act what morality is. In fact, when I'm asked where my morality comes from, I say first and foremost, it comes from my parents and my environment in childhood. And then I continued developing my morality by having conversations with people, by having contradictory stances, considering things on my own, things like that, right? But like you can culturally, for instance, right? I can give you not cultural, traditionally, I can give you a tradition that that's just makes something moral in the eyes of most people, and that's, for instance, circumcision, both male and female, right? In the eyes of most people in the world, circumcision is not even a moral question. It is moral to do, or it is at the least amoral to do. When, if you think about it, even 1 minute, you're changing the body of a child without them consenting to it. It has repercussions in many cases on their health, on their self-esteem, on their sexual function even, right? But that is considered either moral or amoral in quite a few traditions. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird to me. It's weird because for me, I guess tradition for me just means the set of practices, not necessarily the
well, they are saying they're saying it stupidly. They're saying there is no morality outside of culture and tradition, whereas what they should have said, that morality is derived from culture and tradition, and then I would agree with them.
Also, I want to ask Karana, is this a valid sentence that your delusional vegan morality is no morality at all, doesn't that somehow make it as if morality is quantifiable? Like, shouldn't it have said is not a morality? Because if you say is no morality, it's somehow as if something can be more morality or less morality.
Well, yeah, like it's a spectrum, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Or they just think it's like a fake morality. That it's not real, that it doesn't exist, apparently. But but what if we make veganism a culture? Then all of a sudden, boom, there you go. The
Yeah.
morality's there because it's a culture now. Guys, we have the workaround. It's fine.
Yeah, we all just have to move in one place and start.
Well, not
No,
even
the
that.
culture
You
could be
can have a
worldwide.
culture and tradition growing in several places, right? Like, so one example is my people. If Jews weren't like, it wasn't part of their like religious delusion to assimilate into their environment and become part of that culture, right? They have like this very strong culture, even if you look of them spread out in the world, right? They have like some things that are culturally Jewish, culturally Jewish religious, right? And then they also like accept other cultures, like cultural and traditional stances of that region. So you can have like culture and tradition spread out in the world. You don't have to. You don't have to be in
Yeah,
one place.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Maybe we should form a holiday and a tradition for all of us. Just a tofu day.
Yeah. I don't know.
There
it
is
would-
World Vegan Day already.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that would like make us look and feel more culty, but maybe it's worth doing just because being part of a community is one of the things that keeps people vegan. So
It's true.
okay, let's continue. Vegans cry about sheep being shorn when it's necessary for their comfort and survival. You guys wouldn't know common sense if it thumped you over the head with a rock. So common sense is sentient now. That's what I'm
Yes.
reading
Wait,
here.
it's also, wouldn't it be like it's such a weird expression to say if it thumped you over the head with a rock? Like, I feel like if somebody hits me over the head with a rock, I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna have more sense. I'm gonna have less of it. It's just gonna be, I'm gonna be in a worse situation. I'm not gonna know exactly who hit me. Hell, I might lose my consciousness. It's just, what's the point? Like,
Sheep,
oh,
you're
if
overthinking it. It's a small thump with a tiny rock, just to get your attention.
okay.
Yeah, people think that hitting people in the head knocks sense into them and not out of them somehow.
With the rock.
Yeah, exactly.
But speaking of sheep, people quite often about subjects like that look at this one action, one point in time, right? And they are not considering the entire life cycle analysis, let's say, of a product or of a person or of, it's like, if I can think of an example in human context to explain this thing, I don't know, for instance, if somebody says like, I don't know, like people who work in iPhone, I don't know, they get good salaries, right? For instance, right, like I'm just giving an example, but then ignoring, I don't know, like rights violations, potential rights violations of that company or something like that, then they're just looking at like this one thing, one sliver of information about this complex existence of a being who works in this company, right? For instance, so looking at a sheep that needs to be shorn, otherwise they won't be comfortable or it would be harder for them to survive, right? Ignores the fact that they are bred for this, that they were historically selectively bred to become like this, and that sheep don't actually need us to survive in the slightest, like in the wild, right? Sheep don't need us to come and shear them so that they can survive. And it ignores the fact that then they go to slaughter, right? So, and of course, the fact that exploitation, which like encompasses both of those, Yeah. So they're only addressing maybe partially the exploitation part, because they're saying, well, they need to be shorn, might as well do something about them, ignoring that this is actually the system that breeds them into existence in the first place in order to shear
Exactly.
them. Yeah.
Like I'm not upset about the action of them being sheared, because there's an animal sanctuary that I visit that has sheep and they shear them all the time.
Yeah.
Do I get upset by that? No. It's they're misconstruing what we think the problem is. It's like it's creating a straw man out of, something that it's like we're not upset by that. We're upset by this perpetual system that we keep creating and putting these sheep into.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they're always like they always make this error, right? They always need to look a step back. Like they feel like we have a problem with what they put in their mouth. No, we don't. We have a problem with what's happened to the animals.
Yes.
We don't have a problem with milking cows if they need to be milked. We have a problem with forcefully impregnating them and all that stuff. And the same with sheep. Like it's just insane that some people don't get it. Like it's not that difficult. I don't know how they don't get that.
I think a lot of people forget that sheep have been bred this way too. And it's funny because it's a problem that human beings have created and then say, "Oh, and humans are also the solution." It's the same problem with that hunting one before that you were saying postmortem about human beings creating the problem of too many animals because we killed all the predators, and oh no, we're the only solution. Now we have to go kill more animals.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, the solution is to stop breeding these sheep into existence. And there are sheep, domesticated sheep even, that don't have to be shorn even.
True.
So it's
The quote-unquote meat sheep.
well, there's hair sheep that grow hair instead of wool as well.
True, as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, sorry. Go on.
No, I didn't know that. I just said interesting. I didn't know that there's sheep who grow hair.
Yeah. They're cute as fuck as well. Go Google it. All right, let's continue. There is a fight in the chat. Should I address it? I don't know. Like, Aikai, I think you're kind of missing the point, and that's what people are trying to tell you right there, right? You're doing the thing that I was just talking about, right? You're pointing at this one point in action and like this one point of happening in the world, and that's your taste buds being appeased. But people are asking you about other stuff that happen before your taste buds are appeased, right? So like, can you address that part instead of just addressing my taste buds though, my taste pleasure though, as if it justifies anything, unless you hold the position that it does justify anything, and then we can just like run reductios on you, and you're gonna look ridiculous.
Well, he
Yeah.
started the conversation by saying that he's okay with harming some animals, not others, like we are too. That's
Yeah, like
how he said.
based on what criteria?
You know, he's gonna say the bees. Come on, we all know it. He's just like a nonsense machine. They're all nonsense machines.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine with this particular pleasure, like it being okay to, harm other sentient beings for this pleasure only. If somebody else does it just for other reasons or other pleasure aspects, that part's not okay.
Yeah, it doesn't justify. There could be a
Special
better
pleading.
way. There is one. Just go plant-based at the least, right? That's the least you can do. Just like go plant-based. You'll get a reduction in taste pleasure. It's going to be a short-lived one, because then you're going to discover a huge amount of foods that you've never known about. And then your taste buds are also going to, within a month, are going to adjust to the new food, and you're going to start craving it instead of animal flesh, right? There is another way. That one. Go vegan. Or at the least plant-based.
Yeah,
Here
why are
comes
you
the
letting
coping.
the cells of your tongue like justify these absolute moral atrocities? It's wild to me. Like it's just cells that will be gone in like 14 days or something.
Yeah.
Your taste taste is like a learned preference over time too. Like you can learn to like foods or even learn to dislike other foods, and that can change with age. That can change with all sorts of different factors. Like why would you
But-
ever use that as a reason to be like, oh, okay, oh, I like the taste of humans now, Chip, so that makes it justified for me to just kill you and eat you.
Oh, cheap. Run
Karana,
away.
it's justified. It's justified. The moment, like, you can justify oppressing somebody if afterwards you put one of their body parts in your mouth. It's just
Yeah,
justified.
If one cell in my body gets pleasure from part of your body, then it makes it okay.
No, Aikai, we're not denying the degrees of pain. We're saying even if I kill Chip painlessly, that is still an atrocity. I shouldn't kill Chip. The same goes for animals. Even if like in Candy World scenario, whatever, Candy Cane scenario, whatever it's called, like a non-existent way where animals are killed painlessly, even if you think that could happen, it's still a fucking atrocity. You're taking the life of a sentient being while really, truly not needing to do so in the slightest. That's what doesn't justify it. The fact that's what I keep saying to you.
The
I
action
don't get
in
it.
general. It's the action in general. It's not how you're doing the action. I find non-vegans are always trying to find a right way to continue doing the wrong thing when this doesn't have to be done at all. It's option 3, and instead of option 1 or 2, they think we have to kill animals, so we have to find the best way to kill animals. And it's like, no, there's a whole secret third option of not doing it at all.
Yeah, it's the action of slaughter that you need to justify, and not the fact that they feel pain during that slaughter. We'll answer the
it's
question
like-
then. Yeah, we're resorting to eating human because humans taste fucking fantastic. And changing the victim to a victim that you might care about makes our point stronger. Should tell you, at least, if you're rational, if you're logical, it should tell you that your rationale is wrong. You saying that, well, we can kill them painlessly is fucking psychotic, man. It's the action itself, as Karana says, that is the problem and not the pain.
So AK, now you're just saying like, so we're not acknowledging the versatility of the relationship we hold with other beings. So this is just slaveholder mentality, right? You're just saying, okay, well, these animals are slaves to me and that's the relationship I have. Therefore, that just is what it is and it's justified. Like you can have any kind of relationship with anybody, but your relationship with those animals is abusive. And
and also like
that's what we mean. It's bad.
Also, just to be clear, Kai, like if you know the trolley problem, you can put on the trolley problem, you can put a stranger versus a family member, and you would say, well, I would save a family member instead of a stranger. That doesn't mean that a stranger doesn't have moral value. Just because you value one animal over another doesn't mean that the other animal doesn't have moral value. They do. And that's the whole point that we're trying to make. Moral value isn't coming from the person judging whether they have moral value or not. It comes from within. It's called intrinsic value, and that's what you're missing.
Well,
It's
the person
intrinsic
says,
moral worth.
guys, we're wasting your time. The person says that
Yeah.
sentiment defies logic. So they're just like committed to not being rational and just going
So
on
they're
vibes.
emotional.
So that's unfortunate. That's unfortunately how most people they just like go on vibes and they refuse to think rationally about their actions, right? If I pointed at other people's actions, you all of a sudden would become incredibly rational about it. But it's your actions. So, yeah, sorry, go on, Chip.
No, I was just going to say, I think this person is either extremely disingenuous, not very smart, or a troll or something. Because like they never respond to anything we said, and they always say like stuff that means absolutely nothing.
Well, it's become whataboutism now. So why aren't we already farming humans? It's like, well, because we recognized that was wrong. That's just like we recognized slavery was wrong. That's why we recognized treating women as second-class citizens is wrong. It's
and
like
by the way, we used to farm humans, right? For all intents and purposes, we used to farm humans. So
yes,
like
we used to enslave humans for our benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, and we stopped doing it because we realized that's the wrong thing to do. So
It's
like, man,
bad.
extrapolate that logic to like, anyways.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
let's just
wasn't
move on.
this person also saying sentiment defies logic
Yeah.
when they were also saying that denying the degrees of pain can someone can feel? Like you were kind of doing the same thing exactly right there, if that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let's
Yeah, like
continue. Sorry.
So they
yeah.
said, "Are you denying the degrees of pain?" Well, if you're worried about the degree of pain, doesn't that go against what you're talking about when you're saying
Yeah.
sentiment defies logic?
Yeah.
Yeah, AK, if you're worried about the degree of pain, then you can make it go all the way down to 0 for those animals, right? If that's what you're concerned about, then you can do 0. So that would be the best, more moral option, is to cause them 0 by not slitting their throat. Right?
Yeah.
That's it.
No, but there is this magical hypothetical where animals can be given anesthesia before they have their throat slit. So
Like, this just ignores their entire life that they had before that point anyway, which is often absolutely ridiculous, horrible, and shitty by any stretch of the imagination. Like, people think that animals just like poof into existence, are happy, and then happily fucking trot their way to the slaughterhouse and just like present their neck to be cut or something. It's just absurd. It just ignores biology and ignores how other animals work.
all right, let's continue, guys. The person said they're not logical, so we should stop wasting time on them, frankly, and continue doing our own stupid shit about the logical people. So, my pets are my pets. I don't care what species it is. I've had pigs, cows, and chickens. I also have no problem eating them. Factory farming is definitely cruel unnecessarily. So that's why I hunt or buy local.
I buy from my
Ye-
local supermarket, so those animals definitely aren't farmed.
I've never heard of this hunt local. Was that ever an issue that you have to hunt locally also?
No, they're not saying they. I think they're saying no, buy local or hunt.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's the local
okay.
thing again. It's local though.
Yeah.
Local murder is ethical murder, guys.
I actually
Yeah,
know
well,
where the local thing came from. I think, right? I've made a video about it ages ago at this point. I think back in the 80s, I think there was maybe it was in the 90s. There was like a study on cows. And the study on cows was about the cortisol levels of cows that traveled for a long time and then almost immediately slaughtered. Or the control group was the control group, but the research group was cows that were allowed to hang out next to the slaughterhouse for like a month, and their cortisol and other hormones levels at slaughter was lower, right? So even the claim about local, I think it comes from there. I think it comes from, oh, the meat tastes better when it's local, and not even like any other, like whatever virtue signaling is happening here.
Oh, it's not even
I-
about actual animal welfare, you think?
I think it, yeah. If it's based on that study, I don't think it's actual animal welfare. No.
I think you're giving them way too much credence. I don't
I
think their
also
position
think
is
so.
based upon like any paper whatsoever. It never is.
Oh no, I
It's
think
based
the
on field.
myth is based on that. I don't think they know about that paper, of course.
Probably.
I think it's a conflating of local meaning a small farm, and somehow it's nice,
Yeah, they
and
kiss them.
local, yeah, and
They kiss
local
them to
also
death.
with the campaign of, the whole campaign of buy local food because it's better for the environment. So I think because a lot of people conflate veganism with the environmental stuff for some reason. So I just think they somehow think factory farming is worse for the environment also, which is not true. So I don't know. It's just,
Yeah, factory farming is the best, most efficient, most economical, most environmental way that we have of doing it. That's why it
Yeah.
exists as it does. And that's the thing. Like people go, oh, grass fed, grass fed. We don't have enough planets to grass feed all of these animals. It's just insane.
Guys, can you do the next one yourselves? And I'm gonna go pee real quick. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my God, the responsibility.
That
Oh,
one.
this one was hilarious.
Okay, well,
Right.
Do
do
you
it.
want to read it, Karana?
Okay. Science and compassion are not mutually related, you dumb retard. Ha 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 ha. Actual scientists, doctors, and nutritionists have already confirmed that you could be healthy and strong eating the animals you idiots failed at saving, and has been proven by millions of people already. People don't have to care 100% about some stupid animals because you want them to. And then they spammed a whole bunch of pictures of muscular men who are not vegan to prove their point, as if nobody's ever seen a muscular non-vegan in their entire life. Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
But I mean, I do agree that science and compassion
Yeah.
are not related necessarily, but actual scientists, doctors, and nutritionists, just one scientist, multiple doctors, and one nutritionist have already confirmed because he didn't. Oh my God.
Like it's just this just goes into a weird health-based thing. They're like, yeah, well, this guy is strong and muscular. This guy has a six-pack and he eats eggs sometimes.
That's
So
why he got
so
a
it makes it
six-pack.
healthy. That's why I got a six-pack. Yeah, underneath of the six-pack is actually where the eggs are stored. Just fun fact.
Yeah, and it's also been proven by millions of people already. Like millions of
just
people
proven.
have proven. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to care. Nobody has to care 100% about some stupid animals. Yeah. I wonder if they think that applies to people too.
But you failed at saving them, Karana. You failed at saving the animals, and the scientists, doctors, and the nutritionist have already confirmed that
The
you can
one
be healthy eating. Yeah, the one nutritionist and the one scientist, because actual scientist, multiple
I love
doctors
that.
somehow, but one like I maybe this person like has a friend who claims they're a scientist, a couple of doctor friends, and one friend who's a nutritionist, and they're like they all confirm that you can be healthy while eating animals.
They just missed the S. But yeah, I find that really funny.
Where's the picture of this guy as well? He's just posting pictures of other guys, or does he like have his six-pack showing as well?
Oh, there's a lot of guys that like to. It's usually carnivore bros like to walk around shirtless literally everywhere. They're on Instagram. I just see these reels of these guys in the grocery store. I'm like, are you actually functioning this way all the time?
And
Just
by the way,
walking in
in case of Jason
shirtless.
Samoa, this is Jason Samoa, right? Half of the time he has that bod. He only looks like this for the roles.
Yeah, but
it's
he
like
ate chicken to do it, okay? So therefore it's healthy. And we should be doing that. You guys shouldn't eat vegetables.
I look like that all year round. Well, not exactly like that, but I have abs all year round. So fuck that.
Yeah, take
Burn.
that, Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
Look
once
out
I
for
get abs,
Chip.
I'm just gonna keep them around. I'm not gonna bulk.
Mimosas, more like it.
Mimosas. Yes, please.
All right, should we continue?
Yes, please.
All right. So, monogamous and proud and married to a vegan man. Try again, incel. Nice. No such thing as a man who's vegan.
Yep. Just isn't possible. Just sorry to tell you guys.
Spot on.
So what am I? Am I like genderless or something?
You're just
Am I a woman?
No, you're just a woman now.
You're
just-
Wait, so this. So women can have penises then? Perfect. Love
Perfect.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't realize this is a whole rabbit hole.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Let's not go
yet.
down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, this claim, I don't even know where it came from. Like this whole soy boy, this real men eat meat. Well, we do know where it came from. We do know that it's like years long propaganda. That even my mom one day was like, she was talking about my dad, and she's like, he's a man, he needs meat, and I'm like, what the fuck for? He has high cholesterol, he has diabetes, he's like overweight. What the fuck does he need meat for? Please tell me. And she's like,
For
iron.
because that's the only way that his body makes tests. But
Yeah.
but his testosterone's probably like super low because of all the other things anyway.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, that was like in the 70s. He's like, or he's 75, so he probably his T is probably incredibly low anyways. And then she was like, well, he needs it for iron. And I'm like, what? Men need less iron than women. How would that even make sense? Going by that, women should eat steaks and men should eat like they don't even like need that much meat anyways. And I was like,
wasn't the whole idea
yeah.
Sorry, wasn't the whole idea of being a man to protect like the vulnerable and the innocent and the people that couldn't defend themselves, like say another animal?
Yeah,
I mean-
but you're a different. They're different. They're just a different thing, different DNA. They look different from me. Therefore, we can do whatever.
Yeah, man means having a lot of testosterone, and you can only get testosterone if you eat that meat.
Yeah,
Otherwise you don't.
That's the only way you make testosterone is if you consume it. You actually don't even just make it. You just like absorb it somehow.
Melts into testosterone. Okay.
Yeah.
I
I'm learning
actually
something new every day.
I actually have like now a page on my site that I haven't used that, but it's all about testosterone and how both vegans and meat eaters usually have the same amount of testosterone. Weird.
Damn.
Damn.
Almost like that Game Changers movie that showed the twins. Was it the twins
Nah,
on
it's
Game Changer? or
different.
is that
You're thinking
something
about
else?
different thing, I think. But I
that was a
haven't watched
different
Game Changer, so I don't know. It's a little iffy on the claims. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah, so the thing at the end with the who has a better erection or something in Game Changers was kind of funny.
It's hilarious.
I mean,
I think
Yeah.
it's
meat is associated with lower erections. It's just like that. That's like the people who are experiencing erections. They only have
But how
that
do you
erection.
test
They
that?
can't experience anything else, huh? Unless they go
How do you
vegan.
test that? Like, because I feel like erections are very much based on the situation, the person, the connection with that person, the mood of that person, the mood of you. Like, right? Like you would have to find like two identical situations, and in one before it you eat meat, and before the other one you don't, and then like clearly the erection is better on one or the other.
No, but we're talking about the specific. I think like the only way you can talk about this is if you talk about erectile dysfunction, and erectile dysfunction is like closely associated with cardiovascular disease and is affected by saturated fat. I went through this lately, not too long ago, so I have like a comment somewhere with a list of studies about that. Making an association between ED and the consumption of meat. Yeah.
There's a lot of erection talk right now in the chat. Some people saying how they
Very.
walk around 100% of the time with an erection. That must be so uncomfortable.
Jesus Christ.
What? Nobody said that.
Yeah, Savvy Coop
that's
says that
dangerous.
vegans. That's how vegans are. They walk around 100% of the time.
Oh, okay.
knocking on stuff and
Yeah. Well,
I thought that was just an
sounds uncomfortable.
analogy.
Sounds uncomfortable, anyways. Especially in public transport. Anyways.
You know what's crazy is all these athletes that, like, if you look at the percentage of vegans and plant-based athletes and them winning awards comparatively, like, it's, to me, it's wild that even vegans can win one Olympic gold medal, but they're winning several. And you have like tennis stars like Novak Djokovic, or you have these bodybuilders like Tori Washington, like at the top of the class. Like, what are the odds that they can get up to that level, considering, you know, supposedly vegans are in the minority with low testosterone, of course.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very good point.
All right, let's continue. 1 sec. It's just like something is really fucking.
I think
annoying to me.
I'm only gonna do another and then I'm gonna drop off because I need to eat. I'm very hungry.
Yeah. Maybe we should do one more and just like call it quits as well, because it's been 1 hour, 40 minutes. Yeah, let's go. But we'll have plenty left for the next time, because we are on number what is it? 17. So you see, I was bang on. Like 20, 25 would have been really cool. I can see you did not screen this properly.
Oh my god, I did a bad job.
That's okay. I think on the screen you can't really see. I can see it because I'm staring at it. Okay. They say, somebody says they would have died of old age or predated upon, I'm supposing. And then another person said, if they slit your throat too, you wouldn't notice the thing, trust me.
You wouldn't
What?
notice somebody slitting your throat? How
Yeah,
the hell could you not
apparently.
notice that?
That's worrisome that this person would even think that.
Yeah.
Do we need to check their backyard?
You
Oh
might.
god.
I don't know, but like the first claim, I'm also not understanding. Like, I think I'm missing context here because they would have died of old age or predated. Are they
Yeah, the
talking about animals in the
animals-
wild?
Yeah, or no, like farmed animals even. Like there are people who legitimately think like, oh well, if we didn't eat them, then like a wolf would eat them. And you're just like, what do you mean?
Oh, I understand now.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with all the animals? They're just gonna run wild, you know.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna
What-
die if we don't eat them or if we don't kill them.
Yeah.
What?
Let's do one more.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Hey, by the way, even if those cows weren't there, they would still be killed. Hope this helps. And then another person says, no, they would not exist. Hope this helps.
Wait, if those cows weren't there, I'm guessing in a slaughterhouse, they would still be killed.
That's just not true.
I don't even
Like,
know what they
wait,
mean
what do
by
you
that.
mean if they're not there? If the cows didn't exist, they would still be killed? What? They weren't there, like on the farm? That's my guess.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where they say, well, where they're conflating farmed animals with animals in the wild, as if we pluck animals out of the wild, put them
Yeah.
in farms, and then send them to slaughter. And that is somehow a better life than being in the wild.
They literally think that, though. They think that we're doing domesticated animals a favor by exploiting them, breeding them with these awful traits, and then killing them. They're like, oh, well, it's a better existence in the wild. I'm like, what? No. I don't think that would be the case at all. I would take the
Also-
wild over being enslaved, to be totally honest.
I don't know if
100%
I
me
would.
too. Yeah, but I
Well,
feel
okay.
like also
And
Oh,
being
oh.
genetically engineered to be like so overweight that you can't even carry your own body weight, like
Yeah.
and living what 8 weeks
weeks.
or yeah, like something like that. Like what kind of that's not a life.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also-
like,
also-
it really depends on what kind of animal, but I don't know if I necessarily would choose being in the wild than in enslavement. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it would depend. It's
yeah,
going
it
to
would
depend
really
on the
depend.
situation and the
Yeah.
context.
I
for
think
sure.
the wild is terrible. Like almost everything in there is trying to kill you, and I'm just like, if I was like me, I would die on day first or not even born, in the wild. So
That's also an interesting thing that most people think about cows. Like they're obviously docile creatures, but the bull is the male cow. They forget about that. And people see cows as like, oh, anybody would kill them essentially. Oh, they would have no issue. Like it's like they just die. Like you just touch them and they die or something. Like anybody could predate them. But that's not the case, is it? Because like a bull is a pretty strong animal. Like they could probably defend themselves a lot of the time. So, and they do go in herds. So I don't see why this idea that if they were in the wild and there was a predator, that the only solution would be that they get killed by a predator. No, they might actually survive in a lot of situations.
Yeah, again, it's just they've created another false dichotomy where they're like, okay, well, these domesticated animals have to exist, so we're going to keep, but they can't exist in the wild, so we have to farm them, and they have to exist on farms. Like they again, forget that there's a third option called not continuing to breed them into perpetuity, like for our
like you could
selfish
drink
pleasure.
soy milk or something, right? You know, maybe drink soy milk instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could just have soy milk. They're like, no, dairy cows have to exist. Or they have to exist on a farm or they would die in the wild. Is that what you're saying? That you want them to die?
Or even worse, when you look at another point on that like journey of the cow and you're saying, well, if we didn't milk them, then they would suffer, right? Like ignoring everything else that is happening to get those cows in there. The breeding, the exploitation, the forceful impregnation, the taking the calf away so that you could drink their milk. Like all of those things that brought this cow into this dichotomy of, by the way, not true as well, of this dichotomy that if she is not milked, then she's gonna suffer. By the way, I'm pretty sure that's a fucking lie. I have read an article on that, like a scientific paper on that. I'm pretty sure that's a lie as well, that perpetuated by dairy farmers. But
Probably.
even if it wasn't a lie, we should not forget all the things that brought that cow to this point. We should not disregard that. Sorry.
Well, they
Yeah, maybe.
ignore that they take their babies away,
Yeah.
right? If their baby was left to drink, at least some of the milk, then like they would probably modulate their milk production, like in that sort of sense. Like they're always just, oh, well, they're going to make too much milk. We have to get the milk out. Like
Well-
in that case, you would treat it like a medical thing, and you wouldn't need to consume what comes out of them.
Well, here's the
But
thing,
maybe this-
right? Here's the
yeah.
thing. Sometimes, like homesteaders, for instance, I saw like a homesteader talking about it, how she exploits the cow. And she was like drying up that cow at that point in time that she was talking about. So they can be dried up. They can be like within few days not produce that milk anymore. And they're not going to suffer for it.
Okay. So if this is a thing that can happen or that we can do, but yeah, because we're looking at it they're looking at it from the perspective of them using them, right? They're not doing what's best for the cow. They're doing what's best for the human involved.
Yeah, that's why cows in farms, right? In factory farms or even like in medium-sized farms, whatever. Even when they have mastitis, they are still being milked. It's so they don't stop producing milk.
Yeah, because they have to just keep going because they're just treated as like machines, just milk machines, right?
Yeah, because if they stop milking them for mastitis, which they just can't, they just discard the milk, right? Because the mastitis creates a lot of inflammation. You can't use that milk for human consumption anymore, so they just throw it out. But they continue milking them through mastitis while also giving them treatment so that they don't dry up. Otherwise, right? Surely leaving them the fuck alone would be better for mastitis rather than continue connecting them to those machines that gave them mastitis in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they can't be mother cows either, right? You have to take the calves away because they can't be mothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're also just somehow, even though they've evolved as a mammal, they don't want to care for their young whatsoever.
The only ones, yeah.
The only ones. So it's gone out the window.
Yeah. Funny how. Well,
And maybe
sorry,
this
Brent.
person, maybe we're not giving them the benefit of a doubt, and maybe this person is saying, I mean, even if those cows weren't in the slaughterhouse, the farmer would still kill them, so it's bad. Maybe this person is actually saying that this is bad that's happening to them because they would be killed anyway.
It's time to close down that charity shop. Anyways, everybody, thank you very much for joining us. I hope this was entertaining. I sure as heck had a lot of fun. Thank you, Karana, for collecting those examples and for being on this panel with us. Thank you, Chip, for coming on as well, despite the technical difficulties. And David, thank you for impromptu joining this panel as well. I appreciate all
Yeah,
of
I
you.
wasn't even invited. I'm like, thank you. I just jumped
Everybody
in. And...
is always welcome on my streams, almost always. Okay, but yeah, thank you very much for joining me. See you guys. See you next time.